Come back to Aren Isaac Githenje FX. To our new subscribers, I just want to welcome you officially to our family, whereby we learn together and we try to print dollar together through trading. So guys, this is just a follow-up on EURUSD, and so that we can see, are we going to hit our TP2 or are we going first to activate our 4-hour supply zone? So guys, before we continue, let's review what we said. And if you can remember the previous analysis we made, we said that the price was here, the price action was here. Let me draw it for you. This is daily time frame. So the price action was here, the price action was here, and we said, guys, that the price will retrace back to our 4-hour supply zone here, and then it will drop to our TP2. It will drop to our TP2, but the price never, if you can remember, the price never activate our 4-hour supply zone. It came up to this point. It came up to this point. It retraced back to this point, and then it never activate our 4-hour supply zone. I repeat, it never activate our 4-hour supply zone. So guys, this means that our 4-hour supply zone is still intact. Okay, so we have an intact 4-hour supply zone that has not been activated. So meaning it has more power now. So guys, so the price action continued. I told you to enter here, and it dropped back. And I remember I told you when we hit our TP1, sorry, where it was here. TP1 was here, and then I told you guys, as long as the price action is below this blue zone, by then it was a green zone as a TP1, we shall continue to sell to TP2. And you can see our TP2 was not hit. Okay, the price never hit our TP2, and it was about to be hit, but it never we never smash our TP2, and the price action reversed back. So what is the way forward on EURUSD? What is the way forward on EURUSD? The way forward on EURUSD in daily, now I can see, yesterday we can see the buyers, they have more momentum. They are now in control. And if you can realize very well, we have a trend line here, a yellow trend line. This yellow trend line, every time you see a yellow trend line, it means that this is an internal trend line. Okay, this is an internal trend line, and the orange one, it is an external trend line. So if you can see very clearly, the price action is now above, or is trying to break this yellow trend line upward. Okay, if you can see very clearly, and then there is a possible head and shoulder. This is daily time frame. There is a possible head and shoulder. What do I mean? This is our right shoulder, head, and then we are yet to form a left shoulder. I repeat, now the price action is above this yellow trend line. Okay, and then there is a possible head and shoulder. This is right shoulder, head, and then left shoulder. Are we together up to there? So guys, let's go to 4-hour supply zone. No, sorry, let's go to 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame, you can see the same. Now is much clear. We said daily, this is the right shoulder. Now this is our head. Okay, and then we are yet to form the left shoulder. We are yet to form the left shoulder, and you can see now clearly the price action is above this trend line. the yellow trend line. The price action is above the yellow trend line. And the same way, you can see here, the price never activate our 4-hour supply zone. It never activate our 4-hour supply zone, meaning now our 4-hour supply zone is still intact. So let's continue. What is the possibility? We have several possibility here. Number one of them is, number one option is, the price we prefer to form a left shoulder like that, and then continue, reverse back to our 4-hour supply zone. Okay, that is scenario number one. That is scenario number one. And I have a rule that it must be obeyed before we enter to buy. So rule number one is, when the price retraces back to form a left shoulder, let me draw it for you. When the price retraces back like that to form the left shoulder here, it must not break this zone. It must not break this zone. The blue zone with the body candle, that is the red candle like this. It must not break like that. Okay, it must not break this zone with the red candle. So the rule is, the price will come here, retrace up to here, and then reverse back. Okay, and then reverse back to activate our 4-hour supply zone. That is the rule. So now we shall enter here to buy. So immediately we see that we shall enter to buy. We shall enter to buy in that. Let me write it for you. We shall enter to buy here. Enter to buy. Entry to buy. Okay, that is scenario number one. And then our TP1, it will be here. TP1 will be here. TP1 for buy entry, it will be like there. TP1 for buy entry. Okay, then TP2 will be this 4-hour supply zone. It will be this 4-hour supply zone, this one. That will be TP2 for buy entry. Are we together? That is scenario number one. Scenario number two. Scenario number two is that if the price, I repeat, this is scenario number two. If the price will break this zone with a red candle, that is a body red candle, if the price break this zone with a red body candle, okay, like that, let me draw it for you, and then retrace back to the same zone, and then retrace back to the same zone, now we shall enter to sell. And then our TP, it will be our TP2 here around 1.07500, 1.0400. Okay, that is scenario number two. So our entry for sale will be there after the price has broke that zone and retest. Entry for sale to TP2. Okay, so after, yeah, like that. So that is scenario number 2. Scenario number 3. Scenario number 3 is, let me plot it for you. Scenario number 3. So scenario number 3, if the price, scenario number 3, if the price retrace back and never close with a body, then decide to reverse. And when it come to this area, guys, when the price reach to this area, remember it will now retest our this orange trend line, which is our large trend line. It will now retest back. It can reverse back now to TP2. That is scenario number 3. So that's why I've told you to take an profit, early profit, before that large trend line has been retested. So we shall enter here. Entry to sell. That is scenario number 3. Our scenario number 3, it will be entry to sell, like that. And that's why I've told you to take your profit or to close your trades once the price reach this point. If you are buying, once the price reach this point, because it might decide to reverse from here. Okay, it might decide to reverse from here to our TP2. But if it break with a body and then activate our 4-hour supply zone, now we are guaranteed sure that it will drop to our TP2 for sale. Okay, I hope I'm clear enough. If you have any question or any concern, please comment down below, and I'll be glad to address your concern and to answer your question. Otherwise, have a blessed Friday and have a blessed weekend ahead. Thank you, guys.